just has like a little delay. Oh, we're already readying up. Oh god.
Ah, let's ready up. Come on, ready
Started
up.
a bit late. I don't ready. Should be in spectator mode, mate. Come on.
Now you need to ready up.
Aha, aha.
Aha, why am I 5 bar? I should be 1 bar.
What?
Look on the internet stuff, yeah? It has a 5 bar.
5 bar what?
For me, never happens.
I don't.
I know. Do you not understand?
No.
You cannot comprehend.
I know.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
I feel like I should.
Probably should, yeah. You can do the intro bit?
Already have, haven't I?
Not really. You haven't said anything.
Well, everybody, welcome to the stream if you're here. Today, commentating are AJ and Mark. How are you today, AJ?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Today is a special event without any assists on the Kota, as you like to call it, right?
Yeah, it's Kota.
Kota, Circuit of the Americas. And, yeah, it's a special event, so we usually don't really do this kind of stuff, but, well, yeah, it's special.
We're doing it every week from now on, pretty much.
Really?
We did it last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, but that doesn't, like, we don't do D3 every week, do we? That was a joke.
Alright, okay. Let's get hyped. Hyped.
Yes, boys, hype in the chat.
Hyped.
Come on.
Everyone is starting to ready up. We've got Mark and AJ on the mic.
Yes, boys, I'm gonna drop it at the end.
It's a one-shot quali.
And it's 25% race, times 2, with 2 stints for weather. Sadly for this race, it's both light cloud, and we are off. We are off for today's race with the one-shot qualifying.
Robots in the lead.
Robots in the lead. That is amazing. People are falling out everywhere because of the lack of traction control, but Robot locks up and loses a lot of position, but gains some back again. Liv is now in the lead with Amir quickly following. Commentating over this is kind of hard because, well, we can't really see multiple cars on track. We can only see one.
Oh, Carter's invalidated. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna make him quite pissed.
And he's actually slowing down, so. And Amit is retired. Not sure why he did that. But Liv's still in the lead. We've got Amir in P2. We've got Vilsec P3 at the moment.
Steven also retired. We have, this seems to be the order, Vilsec in P4. Robot actually doing a phenomenal job here, going into P4 now. Is it dropping down? Probably invalidated there. Yeah, he invalidated too. That's not very fortunate for him. OFR Robot Robot should I say, into P3, pushing down Super Money 1 spot, but locking up quite heavily. Coming into the quick.
Two-Punter goes really wide, going through the long left-hander, and now he's going to go for the Nicky Hayden section, and he's had to let a foot a little bit off the throttle. It's usually flat out through there, but Amir has taken the lead, and is he going to get pole position here today for Kota special event? Let's see what he can do. It comes up the final corner, he does. He gets pole position with a 1:33.9, which is quite a bit slower than what they were doing last time, but it is pole position for Amir. Great job from him.
A Robot third, actually. What an impressive feat from him there. A lot of people disqualified there. I'm not sure why. But the starting grid is Amir in P1, Liv P2, Robo following suit in P3, then a GT random series like us, Bounty or Super Bounty, Vilsec, Larses, Ryzen, Amit, Maximus, Izzy, and Mats, Carter, and Steven round off the grid for the start. Big differences in time. Amit there with a 1:42.4, whilst pole sitter Amir is went on to do a 1:33.9. but a lot of people got disqualified because of retiring and invalidating. So many top people are starting from the back. So it will be interesting to see if they can climb up the order again.
Pole position was about mid-pack in D2, so
Yeah.
obviously struggling with the one shot and trying to take it easy to not invalidate. But we see a lot of really quick guys at the back, so that will be really interesting to see them go through the pack. And now it's time to get hyped because we're here for the 25% race at Kota.
I don't want to get hyped.
You don't want to get hyped. Let's just stay at the down low. Right, Emit's already ready now.
That's kind of sad. Do we do penalties for that even anymore?
I don't even know.
We used to do drive-through penalties.
Probably. I think you just get like 10 penalty points or something. I don't know.
That's a lot of penalty points. A full grid price penalty. Grid place.
I did get 10 penalty points for just retiring on track.
So the formation lap is now starting, with Robot apparently overtaking Amir there.
Robot's taken the lead of the Grand Prix.
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you though?
No, but it's beside the point. Let's see, is everybody starting on, what is it?
We've got 2 people disqualified already.
No, is the only one starting on mediums, the rest all starting on
I
softs.
believe Vilsek's been disqualified. No, he left the session. Vilsek's left the session.
But he's rejoined, hasn't he?
I don't think he has.
Still in the,
But yeah, Liv and Avi have also been disqualified, so, or GT as we like to call him.
No, I'm interested to see this start because, of course, it's no assist, so it might be a bit chaotic. So, yeah, excited to see everybody race up through the field.
Absolutely.
At least the drivers usually know how to drive without assists, except for some people who forgot there was no assist. So, Larfsish forgot, Mats forgot. So it's going to be an interesting race, to say the least.
Yeah, I want to see if Robot can keep the fast guys behind. We obviously know that he's quick with no assist, and he spun around. Just as I say that, yeah, he's going to be into the track.
That should heat up his tyres quite quickly.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do that too many times.
But he's already back on track, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Drivers are now lining up on the grid.
I gotta say, Carter is hanging back quite a bit. He's in 15th and he's just hanging back, and he's probably around 10 seconds away from Isaac or Mats. So he needs to probably go a bit quicker, since he has complained about that in the past. So
right, I'll spectate Leica to get a good view up front. So yeah, I'll do the start then.
Yeah. I'll try to take it from the back, see what happens. So 5 red lights. And we are off with a little glitch in the telemetry there, but Leica gets a good start, overtakes random immediately. No much seems to be happening. A lot of lockups there from Robot and Leica. GT barely holds on to the position and does manage to keep Leica back. Amir has fallen down one position, and Leica spins, gets tapped by GT. That's very unfortunate for him. Let's go back up to the top really quickly to see Amir has fallen down one position, and Liv has now taken P1. Robot is still in the same position, but GT goes very wide, and Superman is able to sail past him. He's gone massively wide, and that's cost him tons of positions.
3 wide into the hairpin there, with Carter, Steven, and Bryson there battling for P8.
Verizon, or whatever you call him, he's fallen down and he's spun. Coming out.
Carter is already up into P8. That is very impressive, I've got to say.
Yeah. I saw Izat having a lot of front wing damage. Matt's also having a bit now as he comes into contact with Amir, and yeah, that's a lot of front wing damage on both cars, and that'll be one
damage
to
is
pit
on
in this
full,
lap.
right? Not simulation.
Simulation. It is in simulation.
Oh, it is.
So
oh,
yeah, the drivers. Well, it is a Ferrari locking out the rear. Vilsec did not start after.
Oh, Steven is off.
Out.
I think it got punted by Carter there. I can't say for sure because I just missed it. Carter now very close onto Lars session, is able to almost sail past going onto the front straight there.
Yeah, a lot of people pitting, and Matt's coming into the pits. He was ahead of YBN, but because Matt was going so slowly into the pits, Stephen just got past him. So good move from YBN there.
Always take your chances, as Senna once said. If you don't go for a gap that exists, or you're no longer a racing driver. That is very well implemented.
Robot's into P2.
Yeah,
Robot is into P2, and he's actually
Carter
getting
already
a little bit of a gap.
into. Max actually as well, really fast in from P15, I think, all the way up into P6 now, in just 2 laps. Ooh. That is very impressive. But Carter very close on the back of Max.
Yeah, he went wide into that hairpin and he tried to get good traction out there, and it seemed to work a little bit. But now he's overtaking Max. Down the inside he goes, and good move from him.
But Max giving a lot of space, not really.
He's got Random ahead of him, and he seems to be holding up quite a lot, and that's giving Max an absolute treat. And he's trying to go around the outside, but it's not going to work for Carter. But no, the Mercedes.
Max
spins! Max spins coming out of the long left-hander. That's really disappointing. Carter's up to P5 now, overtaking Random, but that's really disappointing for Max, and he's actually spun again, overheated tyres, and that's really disappointing for him.
Very bad. Amir very close on the back of Robot as well. Let's see if we can do anything this lap to see if we can take... keep in mind that some drivers are racing without racing line for the first time on this track. Mats, for example, even though most of them are D1 racers, they still haven't. Some have missed the Kota race on Saturday, so they are still very new to this track and didn't know there was no racing line. So, or maybe didn't even get any practice in.
But we got on YBN round again. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Super Bounty was round, and yeah, he was off.
Oh no, Max.
We got a.
Ouch. Yeah, no, VSC.
VSC. It's not come off on my screen.
There is a VSC in the top left of my screen.
Okay.
Max has crashed into the wall on the S's. Lost control, probably due to overheated tires. Again, Lars has gone onto the softs or the hards there. That is.
This is a no-brainer to go onto the mediums here, but no, the VSC ends just before Liv couldn't even get near the pit stop window bit, and yeah, he's going to have to carry on for, I would say, 3 more laps, and then he'll come into the pits. We've got Amir trying to go down the inside of the last corner, avoids contact and just lets Robot go through, and he's going to get DRS going down this the front straight now. In the DRS, I don't think he's going to get him into turn 1. He hasn't got quite enough speed. He almost is the rear of Robot there, but he does keep it clean, and that's nice from Amir there. He'll want to get him down the back straight, but Carter's approaching quickly through the S's. The D1 drivers are really quick through here, and they'll be on the back of him in no time, as we can see already. Carter catching quickly, and yeah, he'll be in DRS going down the back straight, and he'll want to pull off a double overtake, but he might get past Amir before that, as he's going down the inside. Amir's giving him space, and it should be an easy move going down the inside for Carter, and he makes the move done, and now he's going to have to get on the back of Robot, but it seemed like Robot got better traction coming off of there. But DRS is so effective down here, he might just get him anyway, as he's going to get really close, and he's going to try to go down the inside, goes Carter, and he gets the move done. Great move from him again.
Matt's picking up a 3-second time penalty there, and I think Amit. Oh, Amir maybe trying to slip past Robo, but doesn't succeed. Now tries to go for a cutback, but also that does not seem very effective. Robo does get a bit squiggly on the back there, or squiggly, I mean. And Robo does manage to keep Amir behind him for now, as he does seem to be catching quite a bit every lap. Carter now going into the pits on his 3rd lap on these mediums, or softs, I mean.
Yeah, I think it's
Does he have
going to be
any,
close to... I don't think he has any penalties, I don't believe.
No, I mean front wing damage.
No, he does not.
Is Superman going to be able to get him? I think he is, yeah, most definitely. But he is going to be able to take, keep Verizon behind him.
Yep, he's just come out ahead of Verizon.
We're still very close. Oh, almost tries to go around the outside in the S's, but manages, or sees his mistake and holds back. Now coming down the downhill section to the left. Coming into the hairpin, still Amir behind him, but very close on the back of Robot.
He's going to get the RS cams back straight now. It's been a fight all race long, all 4 laps of it. There's a yellow flag sector 1, so if you could check that out. Yeah, Amir goes around the outside, and he might keep it here. But no, Robot has got the inside, and he's going to push him off wide.
Defends beautifully.
But Amir's still there, and he's going to lock up going into there. And there's a PSC, I believe. It's Amit.
No,
Amit has DNF.
Oh, there is, yeah. It's a bit glitchy, these
but
PSCs.
It is.
Surprising that Leica hasn't caught up that much yet. He's overtaken Larsus, but that's pretty much it. Matt's very close on the back of Steven as well, but has to fall back due to the PSC.
It's a no-brainer to pit now, but look, Robot is trying to overtake him inside the pits. And he's got a 3-second penalty for corner cutting.
Oh, but Amir hits the back of Robot there. Does he now have any front wing damage?
I don't know. We'll have to check.
I think Amir just brake checked him.
Robot's changing his wing.
Yeah. Looked like Amir brake checked him into the pits there.
And Carter's into the pits again. He only pitted 2 laps ago.
Yeah.
Maybe only even last lap.
But he does have some... No, he doesn't even have any front wing front wing.
No, he's just going in for soft tyres. And I think it might just be a little bit of a no-brainer here, as Izzat's waiting to serve a penalty, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's putting on another set of softs. And so is YBN. I think most people are pitting because I guess it's a full safety car, and it is. Liv has caught up to them already, and this is going to be a close one between everyone at the moment. Liv is obviously the quicker driver in the top 5, and then we'll have a little battle between Super Bounty, Carter and Max, and yeah, it's going to be a good battle between everyone here, and it's obviously given Leica a time to catch up, and Izzat, so yeah, it's just bringing this race alive again, as the gaps were more than two seconds between pretty much everyone.
Yep, so I think another couple of laps under this safety car. Yeah, should see some interesting racing indeed after that. Looks very slow, of course, now, but they are almost all catching up. Lars is also the back of the pack, getting a great chance to catch up to the middle, and maybe even to do something after this lap, or after this safety car. But Lars is on the weaker tyre. He has chosen the harder compound, which is, I don't think, a very smart choice. But he will have to make do with it, as he has not pitted. I think we're going to spectate Carter for the restore here.
So I think we're going to have one more lap.
Yep.
Under this full safety car. And you can see how long this safety car lasts, as Liv It's just set a 2 minute 48 lap time, and that just shows how slow the safety car is compared to the real F1 cars. It's over a minute. Obviously, the safety car not going full pace, but
I
it's
think it is.
impressive how much.
Isn't
It probably is, but yeah, it's amazing how quickly the F1 cars can go around corners and in a straight line with all that downforce. And you just goes to think, what if they took all that downforce off? How quickly the engine will go. We've got Lobsesh pitting again.
Again,
I
interesting
think
choice.
he's changing his hards to for softs. Very smart from him, and he should be able to catch up with the pack.
So pretty much everybody on softs, or actually everybody on mediums. Only a couple guys on softs here, and Lars picks up a 5-second penalty for going across the white line on pit exit. So yeah, should see some interesting racing indeed. Do you reckon it will go in this lap or stay out?
I think it will. Yep, it is.
Yep. Alright, we shall resume racing after this lap. Let's see if Liv holds up the pack as much as Stinson did for D1 or D3, I think. I doubt it. Where is Random again? He's in D1 too, right?
Random is not in. He's in D2.
D2, yeah.
I believe. Random
just
picks up a 10-second penalty.
Yeah, penalty seems to go wild under the safety car.
Yep, and Liv is restarting now, and he's gone full power now, and he's going to exit the first corner, and he's actually got a pretty reasonable gap between him and Amir, and then we've got Robot, Random, Super Bounty,
Carter now looking to go down around the outside into the first corner.
And he actually almost achieves it, but it doesn't quite, and that's left him a little bit vulnerable to Mats. And Izzat is about 8 tenths behind him. And then we got Avi P9, then we got Leica P10, Stephen P11, Verizon P12, and Lovesesh P13. Now you got Random picking up another penalty, and that's not going to help him in his fight against keeping the top positions. Oh, Carter tries to go down the inside, and he locks up badly, and actually hits Super Bounty quite a lot there, and that's left him vulnerable to Izzat, who's gone down the inside, but they're side by side at the moment between him and Super Bounty, and he looks like he's going to get that done because they are side by side, and he's going to get the inside line for that corner.
Almost gets the overtake on Carter there as well, but just about not enough speed, and Super Bounty almost hitting the back of Izzat. But now Random holding up Carter, and maybe Izzat can... Oh, Random gets hit by Carter. Loses a bit of front wing. And now taps Carter, Super Bounty. Makes him lose a bit of time as well. But now Izzat very close to the back of Carter. Carter goes a bit wide out of the exit of the second last corner. Now coming into the last corner. DRS has not been activated yet. 2 more laps to go until that happens. Or 1 lap, I think. Matt's very close.
Oh, is that almost because he's the back of Carter again? He managed to keep it, and he can carry on with his venture for 4th place.
Stephen very close to the back of GT here. Let's see if we can get a move done. Now coming into the S's, revving out 6 there. Let's see if we can do anything. No, still continuing in the S's. Backing off the throttle a bit. I don't know if that was necessary or just a stay back a little. Or let's spectate Mats looking down the inside of Super Bunny there into the hairpin. Maybe I shouldn't say there as much, but gets the better exit out of the hairpin. Let's see if he can overtake Super Bunny going down the back straight, and maybe Super Bunny spins.
Ooh,
Gets tapped by Mats. I'm not sure I'm not sure what happens there, but he lost control and spins, but manages to keep it together and not hit the wall.
Random
Now,
did some serious
is it
weaving
going
there.
down the inside of a robot?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Random did some serious weaving there down the front straight to try to avoid Super Bounty's car. As I guess he was behind a car and he just pulled out and saw a spinning McLaren, so that would have been scary, but he managed to avoid it nicely.
Matt's also having spun and now dropped all the way to the back, and now Lars is actually overtaking Leica. That's surprising. Not a pretty disappointing result from Leica, or for Leica here. Now the field is kind of stretched out. Nobody within DRS except for Leica behind Larsesh. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Now also dropping outside of DRS range.
Penalty. So does YBN.
Yep.
Big Bounty also picks up a 3 seconds. Liv is clearing away once again. It's been a really good job from him today in Kota, and Amir also doing a really good job after that pole position. And Carter is slowly catching him, and then we've got Izzat really close behind too, just saving up the RS behind Carter in the DRS, and soon it will be a 3-way DRS between
what ERS is Carter on?
0 at the moment. He's on 81%.
So all of them saving ERS.
When he gets quite a big oversteer moment, does Carter, but he loses a lot through here for the dirty air. But
so does Izzat.
Kept it on track.
Oh, is it? Can it? Yeah, he got the corner there. Got 3-second time penalty for that. But now 3-way DRS party.
Izzat picks up the fastest lap after that corner cut, and I don't think it's going to be a move down the inside for neither Carter or Izzat. Carter goes wide.
A bit wide there.
Yeah, it's left and vulnerable to Izzat going through the S section, but Izzat thinks smarter and slows down. But he
slows
will
down
get
again.
Back. Yeah, and Amir will be terrified going down that back straight. He's got 2 really quick D1 guys behind him, and one definitely champion material, and the other one is basically champion. But Amir is doing a really good job so far. But with DRS, it's really difficult to defend, and I think he's gonna be overtaken down this back straight. But actually, Carter looks quite far behind.
So this is I think they lost both to the.
Oh, he's gonna try and go down for it. That was completely wrong from Carter there. He just went straight into the back of Amir and half spun him. That was not good. That was.
And Izzat now goes down the inside, manages to slip through there and makes that very clean overtake, following the lockup of Carter into the fast or in the semi hairpin. Amir actually keeps P4 after that half spin. Yeah,
Carter has right front wing damage. I think it's the end plate on the right side, so he's going to struggle through the S's definitely. Not sure if Amir can catch back up, but it would be better for him if he could catch up, because then obviously
I think he will gain a lot of time in the S's, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. That was not very clean move.
Robot now.
From Carter.
Yeah. YBN's on the back of Robot now, and I think he might get him down the back straight.
Who are you talking about?
YBN.
Okay.
We seem to lose quite a bit of time coming out of the S section, and it looks like it's actually just on the cusp of 1 second now. And but he's kept in it, so he will get DRS. And I don't think he'll quite get him this lap, but next lap, definitely. But you know, DRS is quite strong at this track, and he's catching rapidly. Don't think he's going to quite get him into here. But Robot defends just as it goes to the braking zone, and he's going to try down the inside here. So it's going to change to the outside now, and maybe you can clearly see that he's got the pace over Robot, but it's where he's going to do it. Is he going to do it into the left-hander? He backs out of it because he was looking like he could have done it, but he didn't quite manage to pull it off. And yeah, so far, Robot doing some good defending, but YBN is still right there. I'm sure he won't be getting past him, but YBN goes wide, coming out of the left-hander, and yeah, into turn 20 now. Yeah, he's not quite done it here, and he actually dropped out the 1 second for a split second, but he's back in it, and he's going to try it down the back straight once again. And
big lock up there into turn 1.
Yeah, at the moment these are the only two drivers. At the moment these are the only two drivers within 1 second of each other. Liv picks up another 3 seconds. He wants to be starting to calm down a bit, because he has probably got the race win, but he needs to make sure that he doesn't pick up another 3 seconds. Because, you know, I don't think Izzat has too many penalties. I think he has 2. Yeah, Izzat has 2, and and Liv has got 3. So he really does not want to pick up another penalty. Otherwise, even Carter could get him here, because Carter's only got 1. So he needs to be careful. And also, Izzat needs to pull out a 3 second gap, which he's already got 2 seconds, but no, Carter could actually get the win here by default. But actually, look at the gaps. I don't think it's quite possible for him at this moment in time. I don't think it is, but YBN, that looked like a real glitch there.
Yeah, a bit odd.
That was,
but Rubo getting very scruffy there on the exit of the the left-hander, but manages to keep it together. And Steven on dropping back because of the lack of downforce into the second last turn of the race. Or actually, never mind, they still have a lap to go.
Izzat's got the gap now, or just about.
Amir catching Carter still, but not much.
I don't think Amir has too many penalties, if any. Amir does not have a penalty, so at this moment in time, he will actually beat Carter.
Yeah.
Brogan picks up a 3 second penalty,
so
and he goes wide. He's gone back to his old Mexico ways, and he's cut the corners, and he's picked up so many penalties after that. And Steven is right on the back of him now, so yeah, we might see an overtake. But Random Series is also within 1 second.
Coming into the hairpin now.
Like picks up a 3 second. And now the top 2 drivers just need to keep it clean through this last sector, and they will get the 1-2. And then Carter, actually, he's going to be dropped into 4th position if he keeps it this way.
We might just see an overtake on the line here. Coming out of the left-hander. Ooh, just about manages to avoid. Robot was locking up heavily. Steven just has the pace, but doesn't seem to catch an opening of Robot.
Oh, Izzat wins. Izzat wins.
Oh, because of penalties.
Here today. Because the penalties, and Amir gets P2 and P3. Great job from Izzat after leading every single lap.
Oh
Amir
no!
P3.
Steven's gone into the wall at the last corner.
But he still gets ahead of Robot. He still gets ahead of Robot. And Avi gets ahead, or GT gets ahead
lot of penalties.
Robot.
Super Bunny dropping down the order now.
Yeah.
What a race from Izzat.
And Random P10 and Matt's DNFs at the last hurdle. Matt's somehow DNFs after crossing the line almost. So Matt's did not quite make it there.
Oh, Matt's just... Did Matt's just DNF?
On the line. He DNF'd on the line. He was less than 50 meters away, and
Did he lose it
yeah,
in the last turn
he did. And yep, Verizon comes home in P12. That wasn't a bad race.
No, that was quite an eventful race. GG to the top 3, and of course it is at for winning this race. And we shall now move on to the next race, which we shall soon notify everybody on how, on what track that is going to be and the weather.
I hope it's like
Monaco.
I don't know.
Monaco heavy rain.
Yeah, either Monaco, Baku, or like
just the street circuit.
The street circuit, or what about Singapore?
Oh.
Ooh.
Who? I'm gonna get some water, take a little break, and then.
Alright.
I will be back. So, Singapore it is. That was, No, he's gonna change it. No. Oh god. Oh, it's gonna be heavy rain for the second stint.
Yes, lads.
But why did he remove Singapore? Alright, so it's going to be clear, then heavy rain for Australia. That is going to be interesting, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing everybody's going to start on mediums and then move on to wets.
Is the stream
around
started?
the middle of the grade.
Has the stream started?
I haven't stopped it. No, I haven't stopped it.
Oh.
What did you do?
Nothing.
What'd you do?
I didn't say it. I didn't do anything. I didn't know. I genuinely, I didn't do anything.
I very much doubt that.
I didn't do anything. Watch it back.
I'm not going to take my time watching it back. Wait, has he got it on one shot qualifying? This is going to be quite chaotic. Clear and then heavy rain. Did you take a screenshot from the race standings?
No. I did not. You know the carton move? The carton move that he did on a mare?
That was us. We're gonna have to
were you, did he move under braking at all?
No, he just didn't brake.
He just didn't brake? No, Amir, did he move under braking at all?
Not that I know of. At least, for me it looked like he went in a straight line.
I think it was either that, or he was like, he turned before he was in the braking zone. I don't know.
That could be. But Carter is accusing him of moving under braking, or?
I think so. But I don't think it's that bad. It's fine. So we're here for the one-shot qualifying here in Australia. We've got GT leading at the moment into turn 1, but that didn't last very long as Carter is now taking P1, but no, Liv has taken P1. It's really impossible to commentate at all on this qualifying because the moves just keep switching every single time you go into braking zone. You got Mats off going really, really wide, and he's down with P13. I'm guessing YBN is at. They've all had their laps taken off them, and he's spun again into the wall, and Mats is out of the qualifying. We've got Liv still P1 at the moment, and he's doing a good job so far. Let's see where Carter is. Carter's quite far behind, to be honest. He's about 3-4 tenths behind. Going into the final sector now, and yeah, it looks like Liv might have this one done unless Carter can really pull something out of the bag. GT retired as well. I think Max has got disqualified. So is Zizat. So is Dr. Robot, who's in the wall. And I believe YBN has too. And it looks like, I believe Carter will, oh no, sorry, Liv will get P1 in this qualifying session, followed by Carter and then Vilsec P3. But Super Bounty actually gets P3. I don't know what happened to Vilsec. No, Vilsec's glitched up to P3 for me. Verizon P5, Random P6, Love Sesh P7, Amir P8, Leica P9, Stephen P10, and a bunch of people getting disqualified.
Yep, that was the very short qualifying there. So the starting grid is Liv, then Carter, Vilsec rounding off P3, Super Bounty, Verizon, Random, Larvsesh, Amir, Leica, GT rounding off the top 10, then Mats, Steven, Robot in P13, Izat, Mats, GT, Steven, Robot, and Izat and Max, having set no time.
Yeah, I think they were, I believe that both of them didn't get disqualified, but they did crash into the wall. I saw Matt's spinning into the wall coming out of sector 1, and yeah, really unfortunate. I didn't catch Avi or GT's crash, unfortunately, but I'm sure he will recover in the race. And now it's time that everyone starts getting their setups on. I don't think setups are as important as they would be in 25% between qualifying and the race setup. I think it's just maybe switching the front wing between 1 or 2, something like that. But we've already got some people readying up. We've got Liv, we've got Mats, we've got Max, we've got Cool Hands Carter, we've got Robot, and we've got Verizon so far. And most of the people have already readied up. We've got about 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the second, and we're about to start the formation lap. And
Yep.
we've already got a few people, and we've actually seen, I don't know, it was between a Racing Point and an Alpha. I think it was Amir and GT, I believe. Yep, it was Amir and GT. I don't think it was Amir's fault at all. It was Avi just going into the back of him because the green light wasn't on yet. And yeah, they're just going to have cold tyres off the start, which it's bad, but I don't think it's as bad as it would be in a full 50%. And plus, we're just racing for fun today, so yeah, not that bad at all.
No points up for grabs. Live racing like his life's on the line, going as fast as he can. Actually, I don't know if that's true.
But what these special events have actually shown is how hard the D1 guys push. Because we see some of the quick D1 guys just getting disqualified straight off in these one-shot qualifyings. So that just shows how hard they push the limits on all these tracks. And then we see people like Verizon and Random both getting really good results in P5 and 6 just because they kept it clean on track. So yeah, that just shows that if you keep it clean, you'll get the result that you want.
Plus, one mistake, like say Amir was P2 last race, or P1 pole, and Leica was is usually a lot faster than P9, and now he finishes below a couple of D2 guys.
Yeah, it's just show it pushing the limits because obviously in the short qualifying you've got around 3 laps to achieve your best lap time, and you know it doesn't matter if you get invalidated on the first lap because you've still got 2 more laps. And now we are having the race start, and I will take it if you want me to.
Yep. Who do you want me to spectate?
Verizon. Yep, and there's 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the special event here today. Liv gets a really good start. Carter also gets a pretty good start, but Vilsec trying to go around the outside doesn't quite get it done. Verizon goes up in position as we've got, I think it was Super Bounty, no, YBN at the back of the grid spinning. and that's really unfortunate for him. We've also got Matt going pretty slowly, and is just at the rear of the pack after starting there. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. That is Liv. The pole sitter is off in the gravel in turn 1. Maybe he got punted. I have no idea, but we'll have to check that afterwards, because I don't think Amir would Liv would have just gone off like that, as he's quite an experienced person. As we've also got Random, who's going slowly. I think that's front wing damage on his car, on his Mercedes, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
I don't know. He's not got any front wing damage. He was just going quite slowly. Maybe we just went off into the gravel after crossing the sector 1 line. And yeah, we got the Mercedes going down the order. Now we've got a big bunch of drivers there, and we've also got Random now going off the track, and that's definitely an end plate going off of the track there. I don't know who it was. It might have been, I think it's YBN, and he also goes into the back of. Sorry for that. That was he went into the back of Matt's, and a lot of front wing damage everywhere for a couple of people. I think it was Matt involved in that, and they just went off in straight one into just went up straight into the gravel.
Robot now.
Yep, and Vilsek is actually on the back of Carter now. So can Vilsek get the move done on the Toro Rosso driver? It doesn't look like he will at the moment, but he's really, really close. And you can see that Vilsek's got the advantage over Carter here. And well, we don't usually see this as Dr. Robot is off and into the gravel,
so
and rejoined in P9. Vilsek
Vilsek goes wide and into the grass and loses 2 seconds to Carter.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I was expecting to see a really good battle. As we see Max and Super Bounty into the pits, and Carter's actually coming around about halfway to 3/4 way through the lap. So we might even see two D1 guys, two really quick D1 guys, get lapped if they have any more troubles. And they've actually come out really close to each other, and hopefully we can see a battle between them. But I think Amir, actually, Leica is behind the Renault of Lavsesh, and Leica has front wing damage on his Ferrari, so that'll be slowing him down quite a lot. And Amir, as we see, he's got the pace, and yeah, he's ready for D1. It almost looks like. I'm not sure if he is in D1.
No, he's D1 times don't fit him.
Oh, and he's going to get past Leica here as he goes down the inside. He's going to try and push Leica off into the side. And there's a yellow flag sector 3. I'm not sure who that is. It's being cleared now, but I think it was.
Oh,
yeah, it was
Amir's round.
Amir is round, and we've also got Random Sirius off in the final sector as well. But Amir is off and into the barrier, and Love Sesh is also off, and he's spun around on the coming down the back straight, and he's just spun. Probably got too much on the traction, and yeah, just spun it really easy. And we've got a full safety car now, full course safety car in this Grand Prix, and that's going to bunch up all the drivers, and that's going to help a lot of people here.
Yeah. So around what lap is the heavy rain going to come?
I have no idea. About halfway through, they said, didn't they? So yeah, maybe a couple of laps. So maybe it's worth staying out because of that heavy rain. You can already see the rain clouds coming, and the track's getting darker and darker every single lap. So maybe it's worth staying out. And yeah, it looks like it. As you can see on the left-hand side, it looks quite dark, and Carter's gone in, and he might come out just ahead of Leica, I would say, as Carter's got a penalty now, a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. A bit of a mystery whether he had contact with Liv, because I don't think Liv would have just gone straight off like that.
No, he said in general chat that he missed the braking point. So
he missed the braking point.
Yep.
Who?
Liv.
Oh, okay. Liv goes straight off. Maybe just a little
Carter's
bit of
gone onto wets in lap 4.
Yeah, that's a little bit strange.
Interesting.
His tyres will be completely burnt out by the time
the rain
safety car ends. And I halfway through is about 7 laps, so I guess he'll have, and there'll be a period where the wets won't work at all. It'll be, I mean, now it's not. You can already see that he's actually not even catching the group ahead because of the safety car. I mean, he will close up, but that is not the right way to go about it. I would have just stayed out than go onto the wets. Interesting strategy. Let's see if it works out for him.
I doubt it will, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks, if you have the what do you call it, the telemetry thing, we can see how hot his tyres are. I can't see it at this moment in time.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but you can already see his tyres are degrading. Because you can see his...
Yeah, his tyres are already at 110 degrees. If you look very, very closely, they're already overheating a bit, I think. So,
yeah, this is the completely wrong strategy for him. He'll have to
maybe
go
it was a
super
mistake,
slow.
to be honest.
I don't think it would have been a
Like,
mistake on his side, or Jeff's side. I genuinely think he thought that this strategy would work out. I mean, interesting if the rain comes down in the next 2 laps hard enough that the wets will work, then sure, but I don't even think that those tyres will go to the end because of how worn they'll be after the safety car. And every time he goes through one of those flat out corners, or ish corners, you can see him lose the rear end a lot. And Liv picked up a 5-second penalty for going in the pit lane. He's retired. Well, at least he's done it in the pit lane, I guess. Disappointing to see people were retiring this early on, and he's leaving the session. But we'll carry on with that, and you can see how slow he's having to go to try and cool the tyres down. Stephen is actually having to go so slowly on those medium, but you can see how dark it's getting, and actually the rain's starting to fall down. The rain is starting to fall down. So
it might actually work for him.
You can see there's no way that it's going to be wet enough for wet tyres at the end of this lap, because it's definitely coming in this lap. I've no doubts about that. YBN has spun off and he's hit the wall. He's lost all of his front wing, and that's maybe been caught up by the rain a bit there. I don't know. He's going to have to come into the pits this lap. Maybe for inters, because looking at the rain, I don't think it's not coming down enough for wets 100%.
And safety car in this lap, so
there's no way that in 2 laps time Carter will be even close enough to contest with the guys ahead. Because I still think that if it's inters period, the dries still work out better than the wets. It may sound weird, but I think that's what happens because of how much overheating goes on. And you would rather have colder tyres.
But now he doesn't have to make a pit stop anymore, whilst all the other guys do.
Yeah, but will he? Because
yeah, his tyres may be just so worn out.
And he's actually overtaken Lovesesh for some reason. Lovesesh was going really slowly, and the safety car is coming in this lap. It is coming in this lap.
It is.
And it's nowhere near wet tyres at all. So I can already tell that Carter has made the wrong decision here. And it's actually been a bit of confusion between the drivers from 7th to last. And they are now around 4 to 5 seconds behind the guys ahead. And Carter is Verizon's round almost, and Carter's in P4. And now looking at the track, you can already see it's blowing up. I don't know whether it was still the right decision for Carter to pit in for the
Laka's retired.
Laka's retired as he DNF'd. Let's see into the wall maybe.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's retired into the wall, I believe.
Is it very close to the back of Will's
off. And wow, Carter may have actually done the right decision here. I don't want to jinx him so early, but it looks like he has.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure about how the grade of his tyres are, so you know, it might, in the long run, might have been the wrong decision because his tyres, I think, are still at over 100. If I can see that correctly.
No, they're
As
all under
Izzat
100.
takes the lead because Vilsek goes off,
And Robo
and
goes off as well.
Carter's going to try down the inside of Robot here, and he actually makes the move. So, yeah, Carter's made the right decision here. And we've got a yellow flag sector 3. I'll have to show us down. I think it was.
And now
Yeah, it was
everybody
Super
jumping
Bounty.
into the pits.
Is
I
it
think
for?
he has
Is it?
made the right decision here because he's gonna gap
Yeah, is
them
it for
all.
wets? Let's see.
Yeah, everybody's going in for wets.
Yeah. I want to know if Carter can make it to the end because of those 3 laps that you had to do on the safety car, which were definitely wet, dry periods. Will they just have destroyed the tyres completely?
We'll know at the end.
I mean, still looking at the track,
From now,
it's Inter's weather, and I've seen a lot of races where it was still pouring it down with rain, but the Inters still work better than what the wets would have worked with. So everyone pitting in for wets except from Mats, who actually is probably the quickest man on track right now. I'm not even joking. I think
and the
Mats is the
mirror.
quickest, and Namir, both of them, quickest guys on track at the moment, 100%.
Even Super Bunny's gone on to the intermediates here, so might
So
see it.
maybe the Inters is the right strategy, and we can see Mats
Carter
really
has
cut
now
through the
got a
field here.
24-second gap to Vilsek.
Yep, and look at Mats. He's going to try down the inside of Robot. Doesn't quite do it, but Robot, after braking so early, still did not make the corner. So the Inters is the right strategy for now.
Yep.
And yellow flag sector 1. I'm not sure it is. I think it was just Super Bounty going off again. So clearly the Inter's not working out for everyone, but Matt is really cutting his way through the field now. He's in 4th place, he's on the back of Vilsek, and he is definitely the quickest man on track right now.
But now
He's going to go
it
down
is
the
starting
inside, and he's...
pour.
Yeah, is this where Matt is going to start to struggle? I wonder.
I don't think he can survive another 6 laps or 7 laps of heavy rain on Inters.
Yeah. We're going to have to look at the grooving in his tyres, because they've gone down a lot more than some of the other drivers. I can see that from in-game stuff. But will they make it to the end? We've got yellow flag sector 3. I think it's Verizon. No, it's YBN going off again on his wet tyres. And let's see if Matt can make a move on Izzat.
Yep.
Yeah. Carter's got this one, I think. Unless he's got penalties, I don't think he has. He's got 1 penalty. So clearly the right decision. As look at Matt, he's gonna get him here. Matt is gonna go down the inside of Izzat, and he gets the move done.
But now the question
Matt's
begs if whether he is gonna make it to the end on these Inters. If he's gonna be able to keep them.
I think he will, but it's gonna be slow. As we've got YBN going off again, clonking the curb, and clearly struggling. So the Inters are clearly not working out for everyone. For Amir and Mats, they're working out perfectly.
Mats is catching Carter by 2 seconds a lap now, or 4 or something. A lot.
I don't know if that's confidence or just the tyre working better. Oh, yellow flag sector 2. Yeah, oh, Avi's GT is spun again. He's got front wing damage. It looked like a very slow crash, but the Inters are clearly not working out too well for him. as we see many drivers not really working out at all. And YBN actually going off again, so he's struggling too. But Carter is getting chunks taken out of his lead right now. So maybe Inter's was the correct decision. Look at the rain, doesn't look like it's coming down as heavy rain should be. I don't know if that's just me. Usually the rain comes down a lot more.
But in spectator mode, it looks
conditions.
a bit different, I think, than when you're in TV pod, but I'm not sure. Or when you're in the car, because the track seems very light to me, compared to when driving. Yeah,
let's see this gap, because when he was coming into the last sector last time round, or at the end of the last sector, the gap was around 21 seconds, and it's 17.5. So, can Mats catch him? Can Mats catch Carter? Because Carter will have... Well, if the Inter is the right tyre to be on, surely his tyres are overheating.
Yeah, so you said you could see more, like, grooving being
yeah, you can see
degraded.
Less.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
5 seconds was that last lap time that Mats pulled out. So, on average, he will catch Carter with 2 laps to go, pretty much. 2-3 laps to go, and he'll be on the back of him, I reckon.
Yeah.
If this rain carries on the way it is.
It seems to be keeping it together beautifully.
And it's mostly the middle sector as well. Even though it's only 2 corners long, and that seems like when Mats is catching it his most. So, you never know, as Mats goes quite wide coming out that corner, and he almost half spins, and he catches it.
That was a great catch.
Great job from there. And he's
Amir
only taken 2
Robo
seconds out of it. Yeah, we could see Amir even climb up to Vilsek, because Vilsek seems to be struggling, and Vilsek catches it. Great job from Vilsek to keep it on track, but he is losing time rapidly, and Mats, 13 seconds is now the gap. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. He's caught, 3-4 seconds so far? Middle sector seems to be a good job from him, usually. Let's see. Coming into the last couple of corners now. Goes a bit wide, but seems to still gain time. Or lose time. Gain time on Carter, yeah.
Yeah, almost a second in that last corner.
Almost. Yeah, 1.1 seconds was the gap. Going through the first corner, it is now 11 seconds. 10.9. I think it's going to be close. And you can see Amir has caught 5 seconds in one lap. And he's dropped Robot by 6. So Amir is going to be on the back of Vilsek.
And Super Bunny, not to forget, has gone from dead last to 8 in 4 laps. Yep. Also quite an impressive feat from him.
Yeah, he's going to have to catch Love Sesh, but he's also on the Inters, which seems to be working out a treat, as Mats has now got it below 10 seconds. Mats is catching, and I mean, there won't be much that Carter can do, because you can see the track's getting drier again a little bit, or it's staying where it is at least. 9 seconds is the gap. 4.5 laps to go. It's possible. It is definitely possible. He needs to catch 2 seconds a lap to make it happen, and he's catching 3 seconds so far this lap, and we've still got about 1 sector to go. You can see the confidence that Mats has. It's amazing on these intermediate weather or tyres.
He's getting on the throttle pretty much as fast as the guys on the wet source. So.
YBN is actually DNF'd. Let's hope
what
that's
would
not
be safety car, yeah, and that would be great for Mats though.
Coming into where he crashed now, and let's see. Oh, safety car.
Yeah.
Safety car for the last lap of the Grand Prix.
I think we're gonna finish on their safety car.
No, it's not possible. Your game will not allow it. It does not allow it. So Carter needs to pit in for
Oh,
Inters.
Robot got a drive-through penalty for speeding on her safety car.
Right.
That means that gives Amir a lot of options too, to overtake, and maybe even get a podium.
I'm not being funny, but it looks so much heavier now.
Izat's gone into the pits for Inters now. I don't know if that's the right decision, because the rain looks a lot heavier indeed.
Yeah, we're gonna have one lap, I reckon. One lap under racing conditions, and Matt is gonna be hungry for this. And let's see the penalty situation. Right, Carter has 1, and Matt has 2. If he didn't take it under safety car, or if he didn't take it under pit stop, which I think he has. So let's hope they have equal penalty situations. Let's see Vilsek. I think Vilsek's got a couple, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, Vilsek has 0 penalties.
0. How many does Matt have?
1, and Amir has 0 too. Could we see a Vilsek win?
How much does Matt have?
1.
Yeah,
One
but
has,
how much? Oh, just 1 second.
3 seconds.
Okay.
3 seconds worth of penalties. But I mean, Matt's coming in.
Matt is coming in. I think he's going for the wets. I think
The
he is going
tyres,
for the wets.
I mean, it's a free pit stop for him. If he is going on to wets.
Should not gain or lose any positions now.
Yeah, he's going on to wets, and he is taking a 5-second penalty. So, will we see Vilsek take his position? It's going to be a close one, coming into the pits. Let's see now. Oh yes, yeah, Vilsek's taken him. Amir's coming into the pits too.
Yeah, so the track is now really getting very wet. Too wet for Inters, apparently. And Izat has just pitted for the Inters, so see if he can keep it together.
Izat's pitted for the Inters. Yeah, 100%. Izat has made the wrong decision there. But no, you can see this. The weather seems to be back to pretty light again. There is a dry line, and you can see it. And I know Izat has 0 penalties as well. So,
No.
1 lap to go. Or 1 lap when the safety car ends. Be back to racing. Let's hope Random actually gets out of the way of the leaders. It's in this lap, so
2 more laps. 2 more laps.
This will not have enough time for the drivers to catch up. Random needs to get out of the way of the leaders pretty much, if he can, because I think Random's letting him through. Yep, Random's letting him through. And now we're going to see a battle between Vilsek and Carter. And if Carter can bridge out a 3-second gap, because Vilsek has 0 warnings, so he can afford
it's too wet for Inters. Izat just went off in the background there. He's not going to be able to keep it together at race pace. If he can't keep it together on safety car pace.
And it's restart time. It's going to be restart time.
Yeah, I'll spectate Mats.
And and Vilsek seems to be trying to go down the inside already. And will he? He's going to take the lead. He's taken the lead. Will we see Carter go back in the first corner? Yes, Carter's come back. And now Vilsek's going to be in the slipstream going down to turn 3. Will Vilsek try around the outside? Doesn't seem like it.
Going down the inside of Mats there. Very nice.
Are we going to see Inters come back and look at the weather? It's definitely not Inters. Amir's retired. That's really disappointing for him. And
he's gone into the wall T1.
That's disappointing for him. But we do see Vilsek keeping with it. But are we seeing Izat actually have the pace over these guys? I don't know. I can't really tell, to be honest. But Vilsek is definitely has pace. And he's got pace to keep it up with Carter. We still see Amir's in the points. Not for much longer. And yeah, now yeah, he's not in the points, and we're going to see Vilsek try to go down the inside, and Carter blocks it off. Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was harsh defending from Carter there. Vilsek had to get off the loud pedal, and yeah, managed to keep with it. But I'll be honest, Izzat looks comfortable here, and he actually has pace on those intermediate tyres.
Which is insane considering the weather. I mean, look at this TV pod view here. It's impossible to see anything, to say the very least.
He has dropped off a little bit coming out of this last corner. Maybe just understeering a little bit. There is a bit of a dry line. It's not completely dry like it is usually, but it's not as wet as the other parts of the track. So maybe if he keeps within it, he should be able to have a little bit of a battle. And I want to see Vilsek, no warnings at all, and Izzat has 2 warnings. So yeah, he's gonna keep it.
Oh, I think somebody went into the wall.
Not hard enough to just.
Matt's went off.
I think it might be Matt's, yeah, and Vilsek's off as well.
Oh, that's probably going to be too much of a gap to catch up.
It's too much of a gap to catch up, but if he can keep it within 3 seconds, I think he'll keep it. He might get a win.
Does Carter have any penalties?
Carter has 1.
Of 3 seconds.
3 seconds, I believe.
Alright. But now Izzat coming up on the back of Vilsek as well.
This is the last lap of the Grand Prix as well, so yeah, let's actually stay on board with Izzat. But it seems like if Vilsek can keep it on track now, he's going to win this Grand Prix from Carter. Or no, actually, Izzat would have overtaken him if he can keep it. Yeah, but Vilsek is going to take the win if Carter actually has got the penalty and didn't serve it in the pits. Let's see now. Vilsek comes around the final corner along with Carter and is squirming out there, and Carter is going to win on track, but Vilsek's going to win.
And Izzat takes it again.
Wow.
What a fantastic
Vilsek
feat
did not have a penalty though.
What?
Vilsek did not have a penalty.
Are you sure about that?
Yep, look in the race director. Not a single warning or penalty from him, and he still loses.
That's odd. Why would that be?
I'm not sure.
But anyway, Super Bounty almost overtook Robot there on the line. Or Max, I mean. Very close to the end there. Nice battle to the line. 20-second penalty from unserved drive.
And he's going to lose tons of positions here. He's going to be maybe. He's not going to be outside the points, I don't think. But Robot also had 20 seconds worth of unserved penalties. So are we going to see? No, we're not going to see Random probably take P10. So I think he's a lap behind everyone, if I'm not mistaken. As he comes around the final corner, Random Serious tentatively. He's going to take P11, and yeah, GG from him.
Santi is saying in the chat that there is a. Oh, Carter has left. He probably did not enjoy this race.
He seemed pretty happy.
Santi says that in the it's a rejoin bug. He should have won. Vilsek should have won, but because he rejoined later on, the game thought he had a penalty or something.
He did not leave at all. He left in the previous session.
Yeah, he but it's just still the same lobby. He joined right after the beginning, I think, or right after the start of quali.
Oh.
Never mind, I'm being corrected now. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed these races. I know I did.
I did not realise that Carter had 10 seconds worth of penalties.
the rejoin bug is apparently that Vilsec does have penalties, but they just don't show because he rejoined the lobby later on.
That's a bit weird.
But thank you everybody for watching. I am gonna end the stream here. Let's see if it loads.